Hi all, my name is Brandy Simonson and I'm excited to see many of you in Chicago at the National PBIS Leadership Forum. I'm here to chat with you a little bit about what you're going to see in the classroom Strand. So a group of us that are part of the classroom work group from the National PBIS Center work together to identify some sessions that we think will meet the needs of folks who are new to PBIS, those of you who are experienced or advanced with their implementation, people who are in the classroom as teachers, folks who are working to support teachers, PBIS coaches, and both school-based and district-based leadership teams. So we've also thought about how to make sure we focus not just on the practices, although we have sessions on those, but also the systems to support implementation and the data that school teams can use to guide their implementation. So with that, I'm just going to do a quick overview of the sessions and hopefully get you excited for October. So first, we will have sessions focused on PBIS in the elementary school classroom. We have one session that's just an overview of basic practices, and for each of the sessions, including this one, there will both be lead presenters and also exemplars. So you'll get an idea of what it looks like to implement kind of on a conceptual big picture level, and we'll also give you some examples of exactly what it looks like to implement in a classroom, school, or district that hopefully is familiar to you. So in addition to the kind of overview basic PBIS in the classroom for elementary settings, we also have a more advanced application for how you intensify supports to meet students' needs, especially for students who might need Tier 2 or Tier 3 behavior support in the classroom setting. We have parallel sessions for high school settings and middle school settings. So our secondary classroom session, there's an intro to PBIS in the secondary school classroom. And then the more advanced application in the secondary school classroom looks at how we incorporate culturally responsive practices into high school classrooms. So for those of you who know a little bit about the basics, that'll be a nice way to enhance your knowledge. We then move into some of our database decision making. So we have two K-12 focused data sessions, and one of them is on incorporating the use of technology to make data efficient and effective in the classroom. So that'd be a great one for teachers to attend to get some new ideas for apps and other ways to use data in your classroom. We also have ways that districts have used data to help improve their focus on classrooms, and so we'll have some examples of what that looks like in another session. We have two sessions that are focused specifically on coaching. So one is a more basic beginning session on how do you coach PBIS in the classroom settings and support teachers with their own implementation. We also have a more advanced coaching session focused on how we support overall climate and culture within the classroom, and also how classroom is then supportive of the climate and culture of school and district. We have a session specifically targeting how we engage families in our classroom implementation, another session specifically targeting how we support students with disabilities within our classroom implementation, and then we have two sessions focused at the district level on how do we facilitate supports for schools supporting teachers, so kind of that cascade of support to really get PBIS into the classroom, and how do we integrate and align practices so that it doesn't just feel like one more thing to focus on, but truly a kind of cohesive implementation effort. In addition to those 12 sessions, we do have one roundtable discussion and question and answer session where you're welcome to come and ask your own questions if they haven't been answered in one of the 12 sessions. So pay attention to the Strand. We will hopefully see you in many of the classroom sessions in October.